Water has no substitute. Use it wisely.
Indeed, thank you very much, Mr. Ewan. Now, climatically speaking, South Africa is a dry country, and if we continue using water at the current rate, we could actually run out of fresh drinking water by 2030. That's a very harsh and scary reality to think about, but we must. And today marks the start of National Water Week, and we're joined in the studio by Christine Colvin from WWF-SA, as well as Woolworths' Head of Brand Communication Foods, Glenda Philp, to find out more about how we can go about treating water as the valuable resource that it truly is. Thank you for joining us this morning, ladies.
Thank you.
So, Christine, let's talk first about the fact that obviously Water Week is about creating awareness. But how serious is the problem? So we're talking about 2030, we could run out of drinking water.
Well, we've already allocated all the water that we have, and South Africa starts off from a low base. We only receive half of the average annual rainfall that the rest of the world receives. So with the little that we have to really use it wisely, and we have to protect that water from pollution as well. We're sitting with some very serious threats to our water quality from acid mine drainage and from failing wastewater treatment plants as well.
Wow. So, Glenda, we're talking about the theme of this year, which is water and sustainable development. So how is Woolies going about setting the example, especially for other corporates out there, to help save water?
Well, Kat, we're very aware of the situation in South Africa. So Woolworths is really committed to reducing the water consumption that we use, as well as managing water and wastewater in all of our operations, including our supply chain. And to help us measure this, we've installed water meters in all of our stores and our distribution centre. We harvest rainwater. We look at using grey water recycling wherever possible. And then also, very importantly, to work with partners like WWF that we can actually work and really measure research and drive that home to our customers, and also, more importantly, to our scholars in our schools through our My School program.
And as you mentioned now, the supply chain, and of course Woolies is a major supplier of fresh produce, so a lot of water goes into that. So how do you then align those two worlds between providing the best in fresh produce but also keeping in mind water conservation?
So through our Farming for the Future initiative, we can work with our suppliers, like our fruit and vegetable suppliers, our dairy farmers, our horticultural farmers and our wine farmers, so that we can really look at water consumption on the farms, but as well as looking at really good practices for water waste management. We've also looked and worked with partners like Marks & Spencer and some of our suppliers, and we've initiated a water stewardship initiative which looks at water risk management in our fruit supply chain. The project doesn't only look at recycling water and looking at water waste practices, but it also looks at other factors like alien vegetation and sanitation within a catchment area.
All right. And Christine, if you were to say, starting off from a home base, how can we help the problem as everyday people at home to see to it that we have drinking water by 2030 and beyond that? Some tips maybe.
Well, there's a lot that people can do at home. I think we all know the usual tips about turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth. If you want to go a step further, then try switching off all of your water-using appliances for a period of a couple of hours and checking your meter, your water meter, because there's a very surprisingly high number of leaks that happen at a household level, and you can make huge savings there. As WWF is very involved in the natural part of the water cycle, looking after the catchments, which is where our water comes from. So I'd also encourage people to find out where does your water come from, and to visit our website, which is journeyofwater.co.za, and find out some of the beautiful distant catchment areas and how you can get involved in protecting and saving those.
Well, great tips. Thank you very much for that, Christine. And in fact, here are some more tips on how you at home can help to save water. So there you have it. And in fact, if you want to find out more about water and how you can help, the Watershed Film Festival presented by Woolworths is taking place this weekend from Saturday the 21st of March until Tuesday the 24th. And there you can watch acclaimed local and international documentaries about water under the stars at Greenpoint Park or at the Labia Cinema in Cape Town. Now, for more information, visit www.watershedproject.co.za. Stay tuned. We'll see you after the break.